Pete here with the Small Business Resource Center and the Small Business Resource Center YouTube channel with your latest update on the coronavirus stimulus packages, a little bit about the election because of course that affects all businesses, and lastly the potential vaccine and stock market update. Of course I don't follow a lot of stocks, but I'm just going to explain my thoughts and opinions, and this is not information on whether you should buy or sell stocks. You can do whatever you want with the information. But let's start with the HEROES Act, or the stimulus package. First of all, as you well know, the stimulus package has not been approved yet by the Republicans and the Democrats. Sadly, it almost seems like a political game that's being played against every business owner and every American citizen. Shouldn't have said that, and every citizen in the United States, because it does affect everybody. When we're looking at this, basically, last week President Trump, he proposed a $1.8 trillion stimulus, and the Republicans. Of course, the House Democrats shot it down and said they would not negotiate on the $2.2 trillion package that they were trying to propose, which is the HEROES Act. I want to keep in mind that President Trump has said that if Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin can agree upon a number, that he will ensure, of course, the House Democrats and the Republicans in the Senate will sign an agreement. So it seems like they're just not agreeing to help people, if you ask me. I shouldn't say they, because my opinion, Republicans are being very flexible. What they're not agreeing upon is the simple fact that the Democrats are trying to give a lot of funding to companies, corporations, entities, state governments, and local things that they feel do not need the funding. So there seems to be the gray area. Too much funding for people, corporations / things that may not be needed, or cities and local governments and states, and then the funding which they're agreeing on, which is people and business help. And then the Democrats are saying, we're not going to pass it unless you give us these additional things. I mean, the facts are the facts. This is not a political channel, but unfortunately this is affecting all of us in business. That's why I'm going over it so much. Okay. Now it seems that the parties may not pass any stimulus package till after election, and this might be a political move based on both, and that political move being, we're not going to pass a stimulus package. Hopefully Biden will get elected, and then they're going to pass a package and then make him look good, rather than saying, we know people need this now, we're going to pass it, and then whatever happens during the election happens. So sadly, it almost seems like a game's being played on all of us, and we are pawns in the middle of that game. That's what a lot of people seem to have, that same opinion. It's sad but true. I was at the Mike Pence rally in Reading, Pennsylvania, by the way. I was going to put some information and videos about it, but once again, I want to say this is not really a political channel, but I do have to try to give you news and information about business. Since I can't get information on both because there was no local Democrat rally that I could find, I did not want to only put one side of the argument, so that's why I was not there. But what I saw, I was told there was over 3,000 people at the Pence rally at a small little airport in Reading, Pennsylvania. It seemed very friendly. I didn't see any problems, and everybody seemed very nice. There was a very diverse crowd, so people of every ethnicity I saw there, I should say. I shouldn't say every, because I'm sure there's some ethnicities that were not present, but I saw a broad range of people. Despite what some people say on the news or what the news portrays, I did not see any of that. I'll just leave that go there. As far as everything's concerned, moving on to the vaccine. Pfizer had stated that they could have a vaccine ready in November, in October. And it seems like there's a delay now, and that seems like it could be political too. So as far as that's concerned, they're now stating about 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, November. But what I'm looking at here, and this goes towards vaccine and investing too, because obviously I have an interest as a business person. Maybe you do. This is the Motley Fool. They're showing a chart on Pfizer. They're stating, or not Pfizer, Pfizer, BioNTech, Moderna, Novavax, AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, and Innovo Pharmaceuticals. They're saying these are the leaders. In my opinion, there is only one leader, maybe two. That would be Pfizer or BioNTech, which are together, and then Moderna. But why is Pfizer my pick? Because when you're looking at this, if this was a race, there's really no comparison, even though this chart makes it seem like they're pretty close. First of all, Innovo Pharmaceuticals, they're at phase 1 and 2. When you're that far behind, if we're running a 3-lap race, you basically got no chance to be the winner, in my opinion. Johnson & Johnson, it does say they're at phase 3, but also says they're unknown when they would end their phase 3. So if this was a race and there was 3 laps and you just started your third, everyone else would have to basically die for you to be able to, or I shouldn't use that word, have some big problem for them to catch up. Plus they had a hiccup and they did stop recently or pause their trial. AstraZeneca, same thing. They paused their trial in September. They're also on the 3rd leg, and they said hopefully they'll be done in the fall. Novavax on the 3rd leg too, unknown when they will finish. So when you have those type of results, it doesn't seem like they really have a chance to be the leader as far as the vaccine goes. That means getting it out first and distributing first. Moderna, they basically said they can be out around November 25th, which seems very promising, except for the simple fact that they did have big people in the company selling shares about a month ago. That's a bad sign. Obviously, some people say, well, that could be for a lot of reasons, but you got to keep in mind that when company leaders sell their shares, it's usually a bad sign. Now we have Pfizer BioNTech. It said they can be out in the 3rd week of November on this chart. The CEO of Pfizer was on a video saying that they actually are readily available. And I've heard rumors basically that they could start distributing at the beginning of November. So when you're looking at these finding facts and them not having any problems, Pfizer also was the only company that did not accept grant money from the government. Basically because they were financially secure, and also Pfizer did not want to share their information. If you're in a business and you're trying to be competitive, accepting grant money from the government, grant money is great, don't get me wrong, I'm not against grant money. A lot of businesses could use it, but you do have requirements. One of the requirements is that they share information to basically have that common goal of getting vaccines completed that are safe and that can be distributed. Pfizer, being a for-profit business, said we don't need grant money and we're not going to accept it because we're trying to make a profit. And of course, if that happens, which right now it seems like they're the leader, their stock will probably go much higher. So the FDA recently said they want 2 more months for this vaccine to be tested and safe, and Pfizer seems like they're the leader. They already have contracts in America and Europe and other countries, so they must be providing promising results to those countries for them to go up. And the other thing about Pfizer, Friday they went up 3.83%. I know that doesn't seem like much to a lot of people with a lot of things happening, but I like to say this is more like the calm before the storm. More and more news and information is coming out that they're having positive results and will be out soon. And by the time this hits and they're approved, well, that's when it's really going to go up. So take it, well, it could go up or it could go down. Who knows? Maybe they get approved, it goes down. For some reason, a lot of people like to use what I'm just going to tell you now. This is not financial advice. Take it for what it's worth. Don't do anything I say. And I'm just providing information. So for entertainment purposes only. This is not advice to buy or sell any stock. But anyways, have a great day. It is October 18th, And I'm hoping something good happens with the stimulus soon because I know a lot of people could really use it. It's Pete with the Small Business Resource Center. Smash a like button, subscribe if you're new, if you like updates like this, and have a great day. If you have questions about anything business, coronavirus related, or you need help, my channel probably has information on that. So smash a like button and ask the question below, and I'll answer it. Have a great day.